Tonight, at the Board Trustees meeting at Forest Parks, students and faculty continue to petition the board on two issues: the reinstatement of Dr. Peterson and the reversing of the decision to close the child care center.
You know what an overall impression I get is the passion in the room. People care about issues. They care about their own education. They care about the community college system. They worry about various issues and decisions. That's a wonderful thing. I taught social studies for a long time. As a high school principal, I wanted to see my students involved, and frankly, this is a great thing to see so many people here expressing their opinion. I think the board listens, and one thing I heard tonight that I think the board is going to be responsive to, I can't imagine they wouldn't be, which is the healing that Merrimack needs, because there's been some difficult things, several different issues that have made people at Merrimack feel uncomfortable. So I feel maybe if not abandoned, at least not listened to, and I think there's no question that the board needs to expect that we respond to that issue. I can't tell you what that'll mean in terms of a chain of decisions, but Merrimack's an important part of the junior college system.
As each of you know, good leadership is vital for any organization, and good leadership demands our utmost respect. In turn, however, good leaders need to respect those they lead. In my 8 years at this college, I've never heard of so many people voice such respect and admiration for just one individual. Everyone that dealt with Steve Peterson at the Merrimack campus was impressed by him. He was, by consensus, someone that made the entire college a better place. Students, staff, and faculty are worse off without his leadership on campus. The individual that took sole responsibility for his dismissal, for arguing that he wasn't a good fit, is leaving Merrimack forever. More troubling are the rumors that Dr. Peterson was dismissed for not agreeing to shut up a Merrimack student at board meetings.
I come to you this evening as a student and a taxpayer, and I remind you that you are elected officials. You're not appointed. You are a board of trustees, not a board of delegates, and it's your fiduciary responsibility to act accordingly. I'm just asking for a little bit of accountability. In here, you'll see several emails referring to me, about me, self-claimed representation.
Could you explain a little bit what some of those emails said, and also how they relate to child care center?
Well, some of the emails, like Dr. Pye says in one email, he sends to Dr. Harris, and at the end of it, he says, Guyla Myers returned to the Student Government Council today, still trying. Well, I find that rather ambiguous. What is still trying? Are you still trying to shut me up? Or are you still trying to do what? Because looking at it, I'm not an English major, but looking at it, I question it. That's one email. Another email says something along those lines in regards to she misspoke. She did not represent herself, or she falsely represented herself. I never misspoke. I never falsely represented myself. My issue is that a man lost his job, and there's no reason that man should have lost his job. Absolutely zero reason, especially when he had glorifying references to go to this, an award. He was recognized, a leadership academy, one of 33. I believe him and George Lawson were chosen to attend this. And so I question, why was he released? He never sat down with me, asked me to stop going to the meetings. There were rumors that there were problems. I'm not going to stop. A man was fired, and I continue to go. I find it ironic because when you look at it, realistically, any attempt to suppress one's speech, all it does is cause further protests. And what has happened? I'm getting madder and madder and madder, in a sense, because the decisions that are being put forth are just unjust. I believe that there is justice in this world. I do believe that justice will be served eventually. I don't know if the center will stay open at this point. I really don't know, to be quite honest. But I can tell you that I will continue to go forth and sunshine the college and get documentation to show that I don't believe the board was presented with all the facts. Furthermore, I don't believe the board really made the decision, and I have emails that support that theory.
Today, I come before you to express our thanks to you for very much the same reason. We in student government appreciate that you have taken the time to listen to us. We thank you for taking the voices of over 1,400 Merrimack students and staff and the student governments of 3 campuses into consideration. We appreciate the fact that each of you believes in education in our community is so important that you have offered your time and services free of charge. My hope is that you feel as reassured in your service today as I felt in this past week. Thank you.
So 1,400 signatures, 1,400 plus. We had the signatures of 3 student governments, faculty and staff, and you heard Mesmer, and people feel really strongly about this, and I think the board really did hear the voice, and that's why I got up there.
Well, as I expressed earlier, I'm always pleased, impressed with the commitment that the students have to come down here, take their time away from classes to talk about issues of concern to them. Also, the work that they did in gathering all the petitions. I haven't seen them yet. I know they brought them to the office today, but I will read, if there is a preamble or anything, I will read that. But I'm always impressed with students taking part in their community college and letting the board know, which is a courageous act. I mean, I remember being a student. It is a courageous act for them to come down and to express themselves. So that's my comment.
There you go. There's the Chancellor's statement. Please stay tuned at merrimackmontage.com for more updates on this story and more video coming up soon. Thank you.